You may have gotten all the way to 2024 without knowing who GAC are. Just think of Stellantis, but from China. It's that kind of thing. So they're a company that do work for other companies, and they also have their own brands. So they're releasing a really nice little hatchback car from their electric brand from GAC called Aon. And it is going to have around 450 kilometer range and 100 kilowatts of power, roughly. That's kind of speculation, but we do think it's going to have an LFP battery in it. GAC, with their electric brand Aion, aim to sell 1 million vehicles by the end of 2025. They've already got a new factory opened in Thailand producing vehicles, and another one being constructed in Indonesia, and there'll be another one in Europe coming very, very soon, at some point next year. Europe's factory is coming, that is confirmed, and Aon is the world's third largest EV manufacturer behind Tesla and BYD. You then have Aion, and nobody probably knew it, but it is a very, very big deal. And their cars look pretty nice. I've never seen one in real life. If you think of Stellantis, which owns a lot of brands, GAC also own a variety of brands. They also make Toyotas for Toyota in China, Hondas for Honda in China, and Mitsubishis for Mitsubishi in China, for example. So they're a big deal, big company, lots of resources, lots of money, deeply rooted in China at the minute. GAC, they've also got their new brand, which they created recently, called Aon EV-specific brand. That's all they do, electric vehicles for the world market, and that is because they have a plan to expand out of China, hence these new factories. It's most likely coming to Europe with a 63 kilowatt hour battery. I think it's 63.2. Not confirmed though, it's just going off the first generation electric vehicles. Their new hatchback was confirmed on October 31st. It was unveiled online. Should be available to order in Europe by the end of next year. That is what they say. So likely they will use the AEP pure electric digital platform from the second generation Aon V, a 400 volt system with silicon carbide technology and 3C fast charging, using a lithium iron phosphate battery. So that's what we do know. Any questions, just put in the comments below. If I know the answer, I'll put it. If someone else knows the answer, they will put a reply to you, I'm sure. So expected price, 100,000 yuan in China, which is basically 13,000 euro, competing with the BYD Dolphin, BYD Seagull, Wuling Bingo, Volkswagen ID.3. In Europe, probably if you were to buy it, 17 to 20,000 euro, something like that. I'm not too sure exactly, depending which country you're in. And I think it could be a massive disruption for the market. It's one of these companies now that is coming along with a compelling product, and you know, the European Union can only fend this off for so long. As I've said before, it's half decent. It looks decent. The specs are good. Not great, not terrible. If you know that reference, 10 points to you. The market in Europe is going to be flooded with these cheap EVs with 200-mile range for under 25,000 euro in the next 5 or 10 years. It will be flooded, as in there'll be quite a few to choose from, which is really, really nice. So the BYD Seagull will be available in Europe next year. So you should be able to, by the end of next year, purchase one online, and at some point you will, receive it within so many months after that. So I hope deliveries start next year, but may not be until 2026. But you should be able to order it next year. Just a quick note as well on Mimi, the neighbour's cat. A few people have asked about him. He used to be in all the videos. He used to sit basically here in all of my videos. A few of you asked about him anyway. The neighbour's cat, and he was always in my videos. I would say that's not my cat. He's the neighbour's cat, and yeah, I was going to adopt him. The neighbour said, "Oh, he really loves being with you, so you can adopt him if you want. You can have him." I went back to Europe after a few months. I came back, and he was knocked down by a car. So he was an awesome cat, a really, really awesome cat, and I think a little bit misunderstood actually. But he was a really nice cat, genuinely heartbreaking, and that was a really crappy week when I learned that he was gone. So yeah, that's where Mimi is. He is no longer, so that's really crap. The next video is going to be talking about new cars. Somebody in a comment recently said, can you buy a new car without it being data mined? Interesting question, isn't it? Let's talk about that in a video, and hopefully nobody gets their back up. Yeah, a person in a recent commented it, and I will address that issue. Any thoughts, just put them in the comments below. Thank you for watching. I'm Ben Alexander. I make EV news videos every day. Hopefully I can do one or two every day, not just one a day or one every few days, because I've been very busy lately. And yeah, it's really nice. Thanks for watching. Thanks for subscribing. Thanks for all the awesome comments. Yeah, my videos are getting more views these days, which is really nice. And yeah, I appreciate your time. I don't take that for granted, that's for sure, because all the people that you spend a lot of time watching my videos, so that's really quite nice.